So is it an original? Fake? I don't know. Let's check. When I got the Sega Golden Axe Warrior game, I got it very cheap, around third or fourth of the original price, but without the manual. Not that I care about that, I just wanted to play the game. But as you can see, if you check eBay, for example, it sells for a very high price. Depends, of course, if it's in good condition, where it comes with the manual and the original box. So I got it just with the box and the cartridge. I would buy just the cartridge, by the way, if I could, but probably either it was sold very quickly because many people just want to play the game, they don't care about having everything and pay a very premium price. You can see if you want everything, you can get even close to $500. And this doesn't include even the shipping costs. So I decided to check mine. Now I'm no expert, so I decided just to try it on a cheaper game and open the cartridge and to see if I can handle that. Now, it's recommended to use a 4.5mm gambit screwdriver. Mine is actually on the way, so I just decided to use something else. So this is California Games, for example, and you can see here this is the cartridge. So I'm kind of experimenting on this one. So when I open it, it says, you see, made in Japan there on the left. But you really want to turn it around. This is where you're going to see whether, for more certainty, if it's legit. And you can see there is this chip. So this is the mass chrome chip. This is read-only memory chip that found in Sega Master System cartridges. And basically this one contains the game data, the code, graphics, sound, everything. In other words, this serves as a primary storage for the game software. So it seems legit. Now let's open after I kind of realize, well, it's not that such a big deal opening and, and putting everything back. If you look carefully, you can see also the date and the Sega there, 1987. Again, this is for California Games. Now, when you look at the cartridge of the Golden Axe Warrior, it looks like something, pretty much used. I don't think a person is just going to create this manually, although this is possible, of course, when it comes to fake products. But when I first got it, I really kind of, it seems like, okay, this is already used product, but you never know. But it looks like authentic. Of course, I didn't open it before I played the game, finished it. I didn't want to take any chance buying something, and maybe for whatever reason, I'm going to ruin it for myself. Because for me, at the end of the day, it's all about the experience. I don't care about collection or stuff. I just want the experience itself. All right, so everything's screwed, and that's how it is. Now, it looks big, and first I thought, oh, well, you need to look at the other side to get a better, clear understanding why it is actually bigger than the previous one. I mean, I already knew because it's related to the battery, which actually saves the game. All right, so this is how it looks like. The battery there, also a Sony authentic one. So this is how it looks like. I actually share also on Reddit and asking people, and people confirm this is legit. Nonetheless, I consulted the AI analysis of the board and a few things that I found. So first of all, there is the ROM chip, the NPR 13664F. This is probably the most critical indicator because NPR stands for Mask Program ROM, meaning the game code was physically manufactured into the chip at the factory, not born onto a rewritable chip like in fakes, for example. And probably there are other ways to do it, but in fakes you can find those. Also, the code 13664 is the specific unique identifier for Golden Axe Warrior for the US European version. And you can see here, by the way, this is from smspower.org, and you can see here the numbers. I searched for it online, and you can see that it actually matches. But there it says EU, so maybe the AI got it wrong. Maybe you can tell, because from what I've read, by the way, you can't really see it. It's just based on the packaging itself, not on the board, but I'm not 100% sure about that. The other thing is the PCB model, the 1715602B. This is the standard Sega circuit board model used for Master System games that required battery backup to save files. There's also the 1990 date code, aligns perfectly with the game's release window. There's also the SRAM chip, the MB8464A15LLSK, which is this is Fujitsu chip. This is a static ROM where your save games are stored. I also saw something Korean version of it in one of the other authentic ones, so maybe there are a variety of those. And it requires, of course, the battery to keep the data alive. And the battery itself, let me just lower it a bit. Well, this is a CoinCell Sony CR2032, and I was quite surprised it was actually working. But this could easily replace with a new one, which you can buy basically almost everywhere. Like this one, for example, this is from Amazon.com, although it says J, not Japan. But maybe it says something, I don't know. So maybe this is the original one, I'm not sure. So regarding the different chips, from what I've read, again, based on the AI answer, it mentioned that Sega did not manufacture the SD-RAM chip specifically, and they bought them from third-party suppliers. So while Fujitsu, again, a Japanese one, was the most common supplier for the 1990 and 1991 run, Sega famously used second sources when supplies were low or cheaper. So this is another version. This is posted on Reddit by this user, and you can see this is a different version of it. As you can see, it says there Korea, not Japan. Yes, overall there might be other indicators and all, but it seems based on what I've read so far and what I asked and what I researched, that this is indeed an original cartridge. The game, by the way, is absolutely amazing. I actually reviewed it on my channel. You can check it out. I really love it. Kind of a Zelda-like, but with a higher difficulty curve. Lots of secrets and very, very addicting game. Yeah, so basically that's what I wanted to try. It was pretty straightforward opening, checking out. And of course not touching the board itself, just at the edges. Put everything back, and of course I wanted to make sure that it works again. Yep, and it works, and luckily I didn't ruin everything.